And now that we're actually done with all the proper worlds, we head on back to the dome to see it blown to shreds.
I will still throw this out there that this hub looks oddly empty, but I know it's just because they ran out of, like, in the lower left, they couldn't really put TVs over there because of how they have to be positioned. Anyway, we get to now take the fight to the master of the TV dimension.
Yep, to Rezopolis.
Rezopolis.
By this point, Rez is probably starting to regret his decision to bring this random gecko he wanted to make into a mascot straight inside.
Why did I do this? This is just making a big old mess of the place. But yeah, this level only has like 2 levels in it. This world has 2 levels, is what I'm trying to say.
It's almost like he could have created his own mascot.
Oh boy.
Instead of,
Kidnapping.
That's a bad.
An all-nighter at Richard Simmons?
I mean,
Yes.
there are people who are pretty, who are like talentless hacks that exist in this world, so it's probably that.
Those who are wondering, Richard Simmons.
Well, I know who
actually,
Richard...
How the hell?
Richard
Yeah, actually,
Simmons.
how the hell is Richard Simmons compared to this?
Yeah, because I was about to say, isn't Richard Simmons like a fitness trainer?
Yeah, it was a
He
very
is.
flamboyant, like exuberant, like fitness trainer, but this actually makes no sense. I don't know.
Maybe all the television sets to show off his
Actually, you want to know what's funny is,
Oh no.
like when it comes to Richard Simmons, I only have like 2...
Oh!
Oh, boy. Oh, there's the death wire there. But I was about to say...
Yep, and it's all staticky.
But I was about to say, in terms of Richard Simmons, like, I only have, like, 2 real exposures to him. The first one was during that one brief bit from the first Space Jam where some of the Looney Tunes were, like, working out to Richard Simmons. And the second one was, there was actually an episode of Johnny Bravo where Donny Osmond was helping Johnny get ready to confront a bully, like a childhood bully of his, and that bully just so happened to have been Richard Simmons.
I remember there was.
I still keep. It's one of those odd things I always think back on. Whenever I hear Johnny Osmond, I always think Johnny Bravo.
Well, I tried to
Donny
say,
Osmond,
I tried to say Richard Simmons. It's just I got tongue-tied for a second.
I do know that there was an episode of.
You mean tail tied?
Tail Time? I don't know. I know there was an episode of Whose Line Is It Anyway that had Richard Simmons on.
Yeah, as a guest star, and that, to be fair, they put him in probably the most appropriate game they have on the show.
Yeah, they. He really played it up for the camera in that one. But anyway, I was gonna say that I don't know why, but suddenly in my mind's eye, I started thinking of like, what if Gex was made today? And the first line that my stupid brain told me was Gex going to a big level and saying, "This looks like an all-night at Logan Paul's house."
Okay, if not that, the first thing that came to mind for me was that he would look at something and be like, "This is Poggers."
I could totally
Did
see
you-
saying that, too.
Probably.
Did you ever, Hype? Did I ever show you the Chuck E. Cheese Poggers moment?
I think, I know I've seen it. I don't know who showed it to me, but I do remember seeing that. Just like the puppet just saying that, like disturbingly up close to the camera saying that.
And
Shit.
it's sounding very forced. And did I ever tell you about that, James?
About what?
About Chuck E. Cheese, the guy, the legend.
The guy.
Oh, the Charles
Entertainment
Cheese.
Entertainment Cheese.
Saying Poggers while playing Fall Guys, either because someone told him to, or because he was just bored, but he just... It sounded like the most forced, like, wow, forget the metaphors. There is literally a corporate hand puppeteering me to tell me to say this to try and appeal to the children.
The children.
The children. I don't know
Oh,
where
for the
that word
children.
Won't somebody think of the Tilden?
came from. Matilda? That was a good movie.
The Tilden?
Think about the Tilden.
Tilda Swinton.
Hey, it's Sir Mrs. Alive.
Ha.
Thank you for
That's
someone
a-
acknowledging that, because I don't know. I'm just gonna keep my mouth shut after that.
That's a new one from me,
Oh
Chief.
boy.
I
Meanwhile,
forgot-
better be careful because you're on your last health bit.
Yeah.
If I'm careful, though, I could probably give myself at least one extra hit, and a little extra in the
Yeah, I
process.
think that'll give us a.
What?
Oops.
Oh, jeez.
Man, it would have been a bigger insult to injury if you like zoomed right into that bit of spikes.
Yeah, and she was like, "Your greed, once again, shall pay dearly."
You may not think it, James Man, but you and I were not so different from each other.
Jeez.
God.
That is still. Oh my gosh, where is it? Oh, this is gonna get.
Alf!
I'm starting to. Oh, that's right. It was the super jump power up. Okay, maybe if we. I'd say cling to this wall.
There you go.
Okay. Oh.
Also, I just realized. Actually, yeah. Now that I think about shit, I literally am close to death's door.
Yep. But we do get 1 free health, 1 free hit. Just okay. This is good. No, this is less good. Where are we going?
That doesn't seem so bad. That seems bad.
Oh,
Oh god, that's gotten even more bad.
that's still one of my favorite bits of Garfield. I was wrong.
Wrong. This is worse.
This is worse. Just the. Oh, I was wrong.
Oh my god! There we go.
Careful.
And I really hope that movie turns out well because the director that they have on board for it is, from what I can tell, is actually pretty decent.
The director?
For Garfield.
Yeah, for the new Garfield movie. Apparently, it's being directed by the same two dudes, at least one of the dudes that directed Emperor's New Groove.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Seems like a pretty good fit.
Hopefully, but then all I remember is that at that same time, someone on Twitter was like, just to let you know what other movies these two have directed or helped with, just to like curb expectations. There we go, 71 lives. And then the other thing I was thinking of was back to the voice actors, other things. I've never actually seen too many episodes of the real Ghostbusters.
Me neither.
The real Ghostbusters. It's, I will say, like, for people that grew up in the 80s to 90s and love Ghostbusters, it's perfectly serviceable. Like nowadays, I don't think people see it as anything too special, but if you want, like, an animated adaptation of Ghostbusters, you could definitely do a lot worse.
Is that living static?
Unless if you just, like, watch the later seasons of it, that's where I hear things get pretty messy.
Yeah, that's where they started to focus a lot more on Slimer.
Oh, that's
And,
right.
and to answer your question, Logan, yes, that was literally a living blobish static that hurts upon impact.
That was very weird. That was very freaky to look at.
I mean, it's honestly a pretty interesting take on TV related horror.
Oh, we're so close. Oh, it's 3D World stuff. Oh, get out of there.
There you go.
And hold left.
Make sure you hold left here. And so
oh
we
boy.
just climb up and then we're done.
Just gotta be careful because this could be very much be a death for me if I'm not careful. Okay, good. That's more or less take care of that. I've had at least one point where I was just a little bit off and I ended up falling with the platform.
Oh, I thought you were saying like there was a time where where he broke the platform, but as he was falling, he was timed just enough to shoot a projectile and hit you on the wall.
What?
Gex, you need subtitles.
What the hell?
Yeah, this show needs subtitles.
Well,
Would've been nice.
one down, and genuinely, it looks like just one to go before the big boy.
Oh yeah, no, this is literally the
again?
yes, me again, because we're going to the second to last level of the game. On the move.
Oh boy,
Whoa!
he's on the move right there.
Get him.
He's chasing that guy. And
Oh, and then you duck and hit him.
This looks like an
Well-
all-nighter at Richard Simmons' house.
You
Again.
just said
This-
that, and yeah. So to catch up speed, also, Chris, like we've been getting, if you can call it that, poor RNG in terms of like what he says, because I get it, it's a comparable level, because he's been saying the exact same start. He usually has more variety than this, but we've been getting like the.
Oh yeah, I know, like I said, back in the jungle level, I'm surprised that not once did we hear him sing "Welcome to the jungle" or even in Kung Fu-ville, there was like one point where he does that whole stereotypical, "My name is blank, I seek water."
Oh right, freaking heck! I forgot about that one.
Hey, where's James Fonda?
But I mean, otherwise, you know what? How about this? Because there's a question we kind of brought up, or I kind of comedically brought up. What would you say, Chris, to if this current like trend in the gaming industry is anything to go off of? What would you say to a modern Gex, or what do you think a modern like revamp of Gex would need to keep the like actually make you somewhat interested in it?
Well, one, to get rid of the jokes and make them less frequent, I'll tell you that.
TV, man.
Aside from that, there's really nothing much I would say that I would feel like would probably just bring it back. It's pretty much up to like interpretation or whatever
You know what?
with like everyone else of how they see it.
I could see it sort of working. Oh no!
Oh boy.
Into the static pool you go. But we gotta check. We just gotta check once we're fine. I could see it working And I think it brings me back to a game that Hype had showed me a long time ago. Is I could see it working if it was almost a little like Comic Jumper.
Oh, you mean Comic Zone?
Comic Zone, sorry.
No, he's talking.
Comic
well,
Zone, yeah.
well, there is a game called Comic Jumper
Right.
that was made by the same people that did Explosion Man.
Right, that's right, yeah, with the big smiley face guy, which I don't want to confuse the two because I will say right now, Comic Zone is still visually a really interesting game.
Oh, definitely. Like,
We don't.
I really hope that, like, because that is one thing, you know, say whatever you will about Sega and how they handle Sonic, I am glad that they're remembering, hey, we have other franchises aside from Sonic, and I hope that eventually Comic Zone's, like, the next thing that they resurrect.
Worst case scenario,
It'd be cool.
I'm actually honestly I'm being genuine here. Just like worst case scenario, how would you feel doing a live playthrough of Comic Zone Hype?
I feel like I'm probably going to need a lot of practice first off, because I don't know if I ever mentioned this when we did the look at of it. I've never technically finished the game, so I'm probably going to need time to, like, you know, prep and get ready if you want me particular to do it for the channel.
Fair.
You'll have my condolences for doing so, considering that game is not the least bit generous.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah,
heard
we're
it gets
gonna have
really
to-
hard.
We'll have to come up with some ways, but when you see it in action, like it looks so cool.
I guess to better elaborate, it's more so the matter that if you do end up dying once, that's it. Game over.
Right. It's very unforgiving.
I mean, like, yeah. Now that you brought up like the whole Comic Zone, since we were kind of just bringing up with like how would Gex be like if he was like a new game, if we just decided, hey, he's gonna get a new game.
Yes.
I would say it's definitely, well, what I've said before, maybe just kind of just make the jokes less frequent and kind of just more of like a visual gag, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
And having him like actual like jump across like different channels and shit, like with worlds and like as like part of like a gameplay mechanic. I will say that would definitely be interesting.
I would love visually if they did something where like have it like be a stylistic thing where like occasionally like he won't just wear a different
What the
costume
fuck?
like his.
You guys saw that, right?
Yeah, I saw that. That was weird.
I literally got attacked by the freaking TV antenna.
Oh.
That's never happened to me in this game before.
Curses.
But yeah, like, I get what you're talking about, Logan. It would be neat if, like, in addition or in replacement of, like, different costumes, like, his actual character model would change depending on the show. Like, for example, if, you know, humor me for a second, if he finds himself in an anime, he's suddenly, like, an anime-looking Gex, or if he's in, like, say, a modern cartoon show, he would just be, like, for lack of a better way, CalArts Gex.
With the
geez.
perfect bean-shaped smile.
Yeah, that I would also like to see.
How do you even do that
like,
with Gex?
rather than
Actually,
just
I
like
don't know.
changing costumes, it just changes like its art style.
Yeah.
Actually, I feel like the way you could probably do that, James, with Gex, is do whatever the Sam hell they did with Toucan Sam for that short time.
Oh my gosh.
Oh
I
yeah.
forgot about that. Just
Didn't that end up getting dropped?
Yeah, because I assume they're not using it anymore, because I don't see it around anymore.
Yeah, I haven't seen it since that whole thing popped up. So I assume it got that bad of a response. Though I will still say there was one artist that I saw on Twitter. I can't remember what the name exactly. Actually, did make a fix up that actually made it look a lot more organic.
I saw that one too. It's really nice.
And I mean, like, I guess.
I don't think I've seen it.
but
Okay,
I'd say,
so-
like, yeah, you go ahead. Tell them.
Okay, so I guess to give you context, unless you saw it already, there was a short time where they redesigned Toucan Sam, and they made this weird stylistic change where it's like he would still have like that same silhouette from his beak, but instead of like the beak actually working like a bird would, it would just be the shape, but they would have like that, you know, typical like bean-shaped smile plastered over it.
So it just looks like a nose.
It's sort of.
Kind of.
It was just.
Honest, it's, you know what it is. You ever seen? Have you seen or at least seen snippets of what was it, Tough Puppy?
Yeah.
There's like, I know there's like one character whose
Oh,
mouth
God, I
is
know what you're
literally
talking about.
right up like higher above than their nose.
Yes.
It's that kind of awkward.
there was like a character that has that sort of effect, but it's much worse than Douglas.
Yeah.
It's just a stylistic thing, yeah. But
Yeah, I know it's like a stylistic thing. But
no.
it's like-
I guess like it's sorry, not to say that like, oh, it's because of this, that's why it's justified. No, I was gonna say more like it's because they had tried to do that and it didn't work, and they adhered to it too
It
far
just
to the
didn't work,
extreme.
yeah.
Right.
By the way, for those of you watching at home, was your butt about as tightened as mine was for that whole brief stint?
Just be careful and don't
Oh boy.
walk.
Yeah.
You know, I think we're now getting into the identity. We're now getting into the. Oh boy.
We're
I'll
out.
say, you saying that, James, I think we've now stumbled across the identity crisis arc of the one-cheeked wonder. Like,
And with that, I
Is that the one-cheek wonder?
don't.
I hope he's not playing Gex Enter the Gecko with cheeks like that.
it's like we don't know who it really is. Is Logan the one-cheeked wonder? Is it James? Tune in next time to find out.
This is like
Oh my
this is like
God.
that stupid moment when Alfred had to pose as
Hello,
Batman,
cutie.
and I'm not a nerd. I swear to
Oh.
God. Now, okay, weird
this place has all
lead up.
the big
Welcome
parts,
to the finale, James. What are we doing now?
Well, we've more or less reached Rez's lair, so what else to do but take out Rez himself?
Meet.
Kick his non-existent ass.
Me?
All-nighter at Richard Simmons' house.
You said
is
that
not-
like...
Oh,
Oh look! Camera
It's
control!
like, does that look like Richard Simmons to you, good
That's
sir?
the fly. If we can get to that thing, we can get out of this
Darth
world. I
Vader's
think.
Younger brother,
Oh.
Myron.
What do you say to him?
Something about his younger brother, but
Darth Vader's younger brother, Ivan, or something like that? I forget.
I thought his younger brother was
Oh,
named
it's
Chad.
Grace Jones
Chad
gonna
Vader.
retire.
it's silly. Don't mind it. But yeah, for now, we need to get to that bug and get out of here.
Not exactly.
I call it a trick.
Nope.
Like, you are expected to eat it, but he's pretty much live ammunition for Rez.
Oh, so
And that's literally all you have to. That's the only way you can actually hurt him.
okay. So lick up the bug and spit it back at him.
Interesting.
And for-
By the way, have you noticed how Rez is literally living without an actual pair of legs?
Yeah,
he's just
flies
floating
around
about.
and- Whoa.
Oh.
He's a robot.
Yeah, okay, here comes all of the Darth Vader references. But I will say that this is so far an interesting boss battle in terms of using the full arena and your moveset.
When is Grace Jones gonna retire?
Yeah, it shows the entire arena.
Also, straight out of
As a
Mortal
pointer,
Kombat
this
3, he
is,
does this spinny shit.
Oh,
Behind the
boy.
scenes, we just got away from this.
Crash Bandicoot?
Jeez, the sound effect can't keep up with him.
Oh, misfired.
Oh, so now we have to go back.
Happens to the big kahuna.
But I'm assuming that there'll be a hive on that side, and then we can. Yep. Okay, so we can keep the damage coming. Oh,
So pretty much what I did earlier, pretty much do the same thing here.
wait for him to get away, and kapooey.
Badu.
All this because of Rosebud?
Wait, Rosebud.
I guess because it's a movie thing. I don't know. No.
Well, I know Rosebud's a movie. It's just that I don't get the connotation of this scenario with Rosebud.
So,
Maybe we should ask Matt what he's referencing.
we were supposed to have Matt in this.
Because
Yeah, you know what? We can save his eventual cameo for Enter the Gecko.
Because yeah, screw it. I'm alright with. I'm alright with trying to do the whole series. Why not? We're running out of franchises lately until we get a new one.
I love that wording of we're running out of franchises.
what about the Wario Land games?
Well, that's right,
Yes,
like-
that's right.
Or
We gotta
Duck
get back
Country.
to doing Wario Land 2. Whoa.
Ah, fucker.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm still wondering about
Oh,
that.
well, the
Honestly.
thing is that like I know we have been trying to find the time to do it. The thing is that like because we definitely want you to be there for it, we're trying to find the time that would like coincide with everyone's schedule.
Yeah,
Yeah.
everyone's got day lives.
That's true.
Oh. Run away!
Don't worry, just stay up here. You'll be fine.
All this
Up until he
because
does this.
Rosebud?
Oh, nice. At least that was able to work. And
I'll admit it, that was mostly preemptive because I. Oh no!
Oh man,
Fuck.
we'll be right back.
He gave you the spook.
you did me a frighten.
Don't get me frightened, sir. We'll be right back. So here are some quotes by Gex, a gecko. First quote that I can find is that perhaps, and we should have been hearing it in this
is
level,
Grace
was
Jones
one
gonna
of his quotes is,
retire?
"Boys, Tron didn't work once. It's not going to work twice." Which kind of prophetic, that one, if you think about it.
Heavens,
Uh,
big kahuna.
Damn.
Because which is unfortunate, because that one TV show pitch they had for a Tron show looked pretty interesting.
Heavens to the big kahuna.
The other one I found is if you're in the cartoon land levels,
When is
another
Grace
quote you can
Jones
say is,
gonna retire?
"Hey, I'm in George Jetson's colon."
Huh.
I don't know where that even came from.
You know what? A part of me wouldn't be surprised if that was like in the very original 3DO release, because I guess I should have said this earlier, but the PS1 and Saturn versions of the game are actually port-ups by Beam Software.
Oh, okay.
Now, granted, it's kind of funny considering that, by and large, this and the Saturn version are like the superior versions of the game, because they run at full 60 frames and the audio quality is more or less untouched. Save for like the occasional quip from Gex that's a little that's very fucking compressed. But otherwise, yeah.
And I could see some of these quotes.
Heavens to the big kahuna.
I could see some quotes not holding up too well. Like, this place is drier than Linda Tripp's sauna pants.
Yeah.
And
wait, could you repeat that?
This place is drier than Linda Tripp's sauna pants. That may actually happen later on when we get to like desert and I don't know. Maybe this is from TVTropes.org, so maybe there'll be quotes from future games. One of these that I actually kind of get a little kick out of is one of his quotes is, "In the land before time, when Saturday Night Live was funny."
That I remember from Enter the Get-Go.
Which again, not somehow that humor will never age. We are in trouble. I don't think he's lazy, but it's definitely something where he gets a little scatterbrained sometimes. Oh,
yeah. I wouldn't say lazy or scatterbrained. He's just very like unpredictable.
When is Grace Jones gonna retire?
Rez,
why do you gotta be this way to me, man?
Okay, so just hug this wall. Okay, so yeah, I'd say just hug the wall and hang out and don't drop down yet, because after he spins around, he's gonna swoop back at the floor and. Okay.
Now I jump down.
Oh.
Because now it's gonna start tailing me.
Yeah.
Ha! Get it? Tail.
Guess what? It is my own
Yeah,
tail
got it.
But you don't even have a tail.
Just you wait.
Have you been out for all day yet?
Okay.
Alright, if I do play my cards right here, this should end the fight.
And then, so it wasn't until Gex 2 that he had that really, like, large, like, hyper form.
Yeah. What was it? Rezilla or something like that?
Oh!
What?
Oh.
Okay, but if we survive this, which this is a pretty, like, we know this like the back of our hand. We just have to just fall these back and we'll get another chance at him.
Yeah, assuming he doesn't pull another rain from the heavens sort of maneuver.
All this because of Rosebud?
Come on, you got it.
Okay, and
Let's see what he does.
Yeah!
Huh, you know what? That's actually perfect.
Hey, you did
And
it!
sorry, Hive's not here to see this, but he'll come back to see our triumphant return as we
Baby.
have gotten our freedom.
Time to watch HBO Max.
Actually, funny you bring that up. This is the ending.
Yeah, I know. That's why I brought it up.
All right, well, I've had a lot of character growth this adventure.
Hey, cool. I wonder what's on HBO.
Why not? So it's
Yeah, why not? Let's just watch TV.
he just was trying to save his own skin. So we'll get. To
I knew I was the bad luck charm.
You
Screw
were
going
not. It was
outside.
just we just got decent luck that time. So yeah, James, any like parting words for us with Gex?
It's very much a product of its time, mostly in the best ways possible, but it's also a product of its time, especially with all the funny little media-related quotes Gex spews out every now and again. Oh, and also this theme song we get to hear for the credits.
Oh jeez, he's a surfer dude.
Oh yeah, you were talking about this. I'm gonna listen. Gex.
But yeah, with that all said,
All right.
ladies and gentlemen, actually, yeah, Logan, what did you think of this overall experience?
I mean, dated references, iffy humor aside, I mean, the platforming mechanics looked like they were pretty tight, and there was only like, it definitely didn't seem horrible. Like there was only like maybe like 1 or 2, maybe 3 at most levels that were like real troublemakers for us, but like nothing. Except for that TV platform at the end. Nothing seemed broken. Nothing seemed like poorly designed. It was...
Yeah, a part of it, a lot of it was mostly just due to my own, faults. And, and again, my greed got the better of me at times. Damn it.
But, yeah, no, I mean, I thought that I had a lot of fun with that. I'm gonna skip over Hype just for a second. Chris, since you were only really here for that last session, what did you think of what you saw of Gex?
Honestly, there's nothing really much that I could say aside from dated humor aside. The game does look a little stiff, but overall it does seem interesting and maybe a bit fun to play.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
And yeah.
The only real damning thing about it, in my opinion, is just at least with the Saturn and PS1 version specifically, there's no save feature. You have to rely on passwords in order to actually, continue on. Say if you want to drop it and pick it up another day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess there's like another thing that's kind of keeping me from playing this game, at least on the PS1 version. It's the lack of saves, and it's kind of like, I am not going to dedicate myself to, like, fully complete this game.
Which, I mean, for what it's worth, given we live in a time period where, save states can more or less rectify that.
Yeah, okay, I guess with save states I'll probably do it.
And there's also still in-game passwords that can jump you to levels.
I mean, it's pretty much the only reason why I decided to actually, go the full 9 yards and actually beat this game recently, just because, again, it's, like, not to say that this game can't be done in one fell swoop. It's sure enough to encourage it, assuming you have the patience for it, but otherwise, yeah, I'd just say, like...
Oh, Robert Cohen.
Yeah, just use save states if you have the luxury for it.
Hype, what did you think of
Yeah.
Gex?
Honestly, like, I probably won't say too much because I feel like what James and Chris said were pretty much right on the money, but I feel like, on its own merits, it's a perfectly serviceable platformer, has some pretty unique, like, character-specific gimmicks that I like. Like, I like how they utilized, his tongue, his tail, and him crawling around for, like, platforming aspects. Like, I think that's fine in and of itself. The humor can be pretty hit and miss, but I just kind of expect that given what type of humor the game is trying to aim for.
Yeah, it's only like a mild step above what you'd expect from Bubsy.
Yeah, but
although you know what though, I just remembered something. One thing we can definitely give Gex over anything else. At least you don't have to worry about it forcing in a live service.
yet.
Yeah.
Well, that and the games were... that and the sequels were better.
Yeah.
To a degree.
Yeah.
I'll just be real though. I honestly do think the original Gex kind of beats the other two out of the water, just because I feel like the production values and overall playability are just better. Like, you don't have to worry about a herky-jerk camera or...
I mean, I guess you wouldn't be wrong in thinking that. I mean, honestly, I'm not really sure how the sequels are like in comparison with this one. Again, this is still like a type of newbie who has little to no experience with like the games at all, but it's like at the same time, I can definitely see the production value with this a lot more higher.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I honestly, I just think this game ages a little better just because this was promoting itself more so as a 2D platformer back when, that was, like, this is like the 32-bit era of gaming where that was, like, at its absolute peak.
When 2D was going to die.
Yeah. No, it was a trendsetter, trend follower.
A trend follower more so, yeah. I mean, if those nice, rather shiny sunshades are anything to go by. But yeah, with that all said, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you all enjoyed this stuttery mess that was of the Gex playthrough, and we'll try to do better next time with Gex Enter the Gecko.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Oh wait,
here.
what's this?
What the?
The
Is
fuck
that
is this,
was that
actually?
was
What
that
the
that
hell?
looked like Ernest scared stupid.
Is this?
Is
that
it?
looked like that looked like the guy that looked like Ernest playing the headmaster. What is?
What is this?
There's dodgeball
What
and
is this?
what's a man to do in a situation like this? This actually doesn't even look like dodgeball. I think they're
Gex.
just kicking this kid's ass.
This is being mean.
Ow!
Baseball,
Ow!
not even.
Oh.
Oh, was this one of those instances where like you could? Was this one of
Oh.
those instances where like the game had trailers for other games in it?
You know what? I just
Probably.
realized. I think this was promoting the 3DO.
Oh.
Oh my god!
Wow.
It's promoting a 3DO and a PlayStation
Is this
console
legal?
game.
Like, were they able to do this? Like,
Ow,
Oh
jeez.
boy.
oh, no, I'm just
Actually, another thing about I don't remember this game being on.
okay. So I'm about to say, like, is that legal? Like, did Sony know that they just put a 3DO
Ah, there it is.
commercial on their game and just slipped in?
Maybe?
Screw it. I want to see this to its end now. Hold on, this is a twist ending. Total Eclipse.
So, assuming there's no more flash photography.
Yeah, because they're
Yeah, I'll
getting a
get
little
that
too
one.
wild and
concept
wacky
art.
for me. Whoa!
Oh.
Oh, the schnoz.
Oh my
Awful
god.
interceptor.
Poor
Jeez,
man.
it's just this poor
Oh,
guy.
I get it. The joke is the hits don't stop coming. Blazing
Blazing
Dragon. What the
Dragon.
hell is this? Point and click adventure game?
Oh, hello.
I think I heard about this earlier from someone on one of my watching on DeviantArt. What the
Bro,
Damn, dude.
that kid is deep.
Yeah, that kid just went through puberty.
Walk
fuck?
it.
What off?
It's all
Oh,
Crystal Dynamics' games.
Okay, I guess this is like a thing, like a demo reel for Crystal
What
Dynamics or
the
whatever.
ever loving fuck?